Hey everyone, my name is Edwina with Elegant Creations, and I wanted to share for Saturday Morning Makes my ornaments for 2023. And I've been working on them, and I'll be finished at the end of this month and then start on my paper crafts. So I wanted to show you what I did. I had these little dolls that I had gotten a long time ago, and I went ahead and decorated them. And they were um, things I found like at yard sales, or people gave them to me, or I found them somewhere. And I clean them up and then strip them. And so this is one of them. And then I take them apart, take the hair off and the body, and clean them up real good. And then this is what they look like when I buy them. This one I left the hat and the hair because it was curly, but I took off the dress, and I kind of make my own. So this face right here, it's one of them. Um, it was an angel, and this one had arms, but they stick out straight. And I'll show you that doll. I do have it. That's not made up yet, but some of my fingers were broken, so I took them down, took off this bottom part, and decorated them like this. So this is the before and this is the after. And so that's what it looked like. It had like a long stick. So this is this one right here. This is what it came like. And these were angels that I bought many years ago because I used to have an angel tree. And I kind of changed it. So I wanted to use them for my craft. So I made them into Victorian ladies instead of angels. And so this is her here. And okay, so what I did was I gathered tulle and put this at the bottom, and then gathered lace. This one was pretty short right here, so I added a little piece underneath here, like a long cardboard, and kind of cut it to size and added 3 or 4 or 5 pieces to it, made it kind of thick so I can glue the lace to it. And then this is on the doll. And so I made her a little hat, and I will show you how I did the hat, and put some trim and kind of just decorated her. I thought I really like them. I like the way they came out, and I've had them for so long. I've been wanting to do them every year and never knew what to do with them, so this is what I came up with. And so this is just a little velvet strip that I have, and all this was just scrap pieces. I have this dye, and then I just dye it in tan and caramel color, I think it is, Ritz dye, and then I buy the tulle. Okay, so I'm going to show you all my dolls. So here's my pink one, and here's where I put that cardboard and kind of made it a little thick, and that way I can glue the lace. And I still have to put a little bling here. Couldn't find one for her. Okay, and then I made a blue one. My colors are usually burgundy, pink, blue, because last year a lot of people wanted blue, and I used to do green. Now everybody wants blue, so I did a blue, and I'll do an off-white or cream or tan, and a little bit of purple. So those are the popular colors. And so same thing. And this one is a little bit that other doll. It's this doll right here, minus this piece because I added that piece. I was gonna make what is it called, tree topper, but I just couldn't get anything to hold on to this, so I'm gonna go ahead and just add lace and tulle and just kind of make it into an ornament instead of a tree topper, and just have it hang down like this. So I have a lot of white lace, and I just dye it in either pink or blue, whatever color. And so that's what I'm going to do with that one. And then I have this doll. Oh, here's another purple one. Let's see. Oh, I hadn't showed the purple one. And so on the purple, I add purple and black to my dye, and that's what gets this color. And on this mauve one, I put purple and cherry red, just a little bit of purple, and that kind of tones it down. Then sometimes I put it in the camel, just to tone down the brightness if it's bright, watered down. And then I did this one right here. This is a little bit bigger doll. And I do have some more that I just don't know if I'm gonna do them like this. So I've got this doll. It does have hands, so I don't know what I'm gonna do yet. I still have to finish her. And then this is a little girl. So if I do hands and do a long dress, then I'll put pipe cleaner and then put the hands. Okay, and then okay, so there's that one. And this one it's kind of flat. And so it was on an oval piece. It didn't have lace or anything. I stripped it. The only thing I kept was this. And I dyed it. I dipped her in the red dye. And came out pink and a little bit of purple in it. And so then I just added the lace and then made her hat. And so what I do with the hats, this hat particularly, I cut a circle and then I cut a small circle inside to kind of measure this. And then I get, let's say velvet or lace or satin ribbon, and I wrap it and kind of gather it in between here. When I get the lace, I stretch it like this. Okay, and then I wrap it in between. So this has a hole here, and then I add more material to the front, gather some, and then gather it in the back. And then this is where her head is. And so I do that on a lot of my hats. When I do my bears and stuff, this is the kind of hat I do. It looks like a donut, and then I just wrap trim or lace or whatever I have. It's about the easiest to make. I've tried other types and other ways to do it, but this was the easiest. And then what else was I going to show you? Okay, so I was going to show you these dolls. And those are the dolls I showed you on my phone. And I strip them, and then I put the hair. And so I made, this is that little country one. The one, she had her little boots. And I kept her hair and her hat. So then I just covered the hat. It was like a straw hat. So I just covered it with lace, the same lace that's on the dress. So what I do here is I had this piece left over on this, and I get it and I wrap it in the front and then wrap it through the arms and back and forth until I get the desired way that I want it, and then I crisscross it here and then dangle it down, or I can cut it. I haven't finished her yet. And then I just put flowers in the front, but then I put tulle, and she's got her little boots. I might color them pink, I don't know yet, with nail polish or something. Okay, so there's that doll. And then here's another one. Same thing. Red's kind of hard to, I can't dye red or burgundy in the lace. So this I had a piece. And a lot of these were all scraps, pieces that I had. And I have a big collection of scraps. And so different sizes. So I got this. And then I had, it's stretchy lace. And so then I wrapped her around and also on the arms. And then I'm going to show you how I do the hat. But I'm going to put like a little purse on her. And then the trim. And I'll probably put nail polish on her feet. Make it look like shoes. But their heads, this one doesn't move. But some of the other ones I have, their heads move in their little arms. Okay. And then I have this blue one. Her head moves all the time. I might glue it down. See, it bubbles. And so I have to do her hat. And this one I had a piece of applique in the color already dyed. So I just went ahead and put that on her. And then wrap the lace. So I'm not sure what kind of hat I'm going to put on her. And then I have to put the little hanging thing. So this one's her. And I got to finish those two. And I showed that one. Okay, so I'm going to show you how I kind of do the hat. And let me see, where's my sample here? I lost it. Okay, I'm going to show you this hat. Oh, here she is. Okay. Let's see if I find, just had that little strip. Okay. So what I do is I have like the crushed velvet, and then I just cut it on the bias or the lengthwise, the stretches. And so I just cut a piece about that big. And this was a scrap piece I had. So I just stretch it real good. Then I tie a knot, but I don't tie it at the end. Just tie a knot like here, and then not in the middle, just kind of just leave a little bit tight. And then I usually get my string either here, kind of play around with it, my ribbon for the hanger part. Okay. And then I'll glue her down like this. This one's kind of hard because it's all this little pieces, her hair is all like sticking up, it's textured. So that was kind of hard to put hats on. So I came up with this. So I glue that down, and let's say my, you can sew it or glue it or tie it, my little ribbon here. So then I would put that to the middle for my hanger. And then I just kind of wrap this around. Then I hide any loose ends. And then there's your hat. And then you kind of play around with it before you glue everything down. So there's your hat. It's pretty easy. And then it's kind of make a little, to where it doesn't show. You kind of just play around with it. But it's just a real skinny trim piece of velvet. And you can do it in lace too. And then I just put a bling. And then I put tulle, kind of gather some tulle, not a tulle. And then I do the same thing. I stretch it, tie a knot, and then I glue it to this. And I did that on a lot of these. And then put the bling. So all these are the same way, done the same way. Okay, and then this one is wired. So I'm going to show you how I do that. And I think, oh, here it is. So I just wrapped, I think it's 22 gauge wire. And it's not real thick, it's not real thin. And so I wrapped this around a bottle and then tied it off. Okay, and then you get a piece of lace. I'm going to use lace on this one, and it's kind of stretchy. So what you do is you just gather it. Just kind of get like that. Just make sure that, you know, there's no ends. Kind of gather it like this. Put your little thing in the middle. Then I get a needle and thread, and I just insert it here. And then I just tie it real tight. And then I tie a knot. So I'm not really sewing it, I'm just using the needle and thread to get a little, I forgot my scissors. Oops. Okay, so when you tie it tight, it kind of shapes. Okay, so then you just kind of shape it to the head. You can do it long or you can do it round. So what I'm going to do with her, so I'm going to shape this down. Okay, where this hat comes down like that. I hope you can see. Okay, so then I would just glue that down. And then I would add my ribbon for the hanging, and you can do it like here in the middle. And that way it doesn't show, sew it or glue it. Or put it in through here. I think that's what I did, is I did a wire, stuck it in through here, made a little loop, and then I stuck my ribbon through it. And then that way it doesn't show. And then you cut all this off. So you make it short. I forgot my scissors. So you cut it off here. And then I put some tulle. So let me find the one I did like that. Or I can. Where is she? Now I can't find her. I had one that I did that way. Is it my blue one? No, I blue one, yeah. Okay, so that's what I did. See, here's where I gathered, and then I glued it to the side. And then I just put tulle and then a flower. So you can't really tell that it's a wire, but the wire helps to shape it. Okay, and that's what I'll do with this one. This one I want it a little bit bigger. And you don't have to do it that wide if you don't want to. You can make it smaller. Okay, but I wanted it, or you can do it this way. Just kind of just figure out what you want, and you just go long. That's what's nice about the stretch lace. And you don't have to do it that tight if you don't want to. Okay. That's why you don't want to do really strong wire, because you want to be able to bend it there like that. So I'll do it round. Okay, and then once you get all your lace, you can even gather it like that if you want, and then glue it to her head. Okay, and so I'll probably do that to the blue one, to her. I don't know how I'm going to do it. See, that will look cute, but in blue. Okay, so that's it for my dolls. And then I did some ballerinas, and I bought some ballerinas. I think it was a package of 8. I think it was at Hobby Lobby. No, Walmart. And so it had a little dress, so I took that off and then re-glittered it because a lot of the glitter had come off. So then I just got tulle and then my appliques, and then I did the red glitter down the bottom, put some little bling, and then on her hair. So I did that, and then I did them all different. So this pink one, I put the bigger bling on her bun, and so I had this little piece here of trim. So I still have to put do her pink glitter at her feet, and then maybe do some other stuff to it. I haven't quite finished. Okay, and then I did another pink one, and this one I put gold, the chunkier gold glitter around, and then I put a flower in her bun. And this one I did a little shorter, and then I had this little piece of applique. So, and then what else did I do? Let's see. Oh, this is my purple one, and I had this flower. It's like a trim, and it's had this flower in it. So I took a piece off of that and used that, and then I just put gold chunky glitter all over. And then I just put like a little thing in the back, and then I changed the ribbon. Okay, and that's it for those. And then I made I decorated these stockings. I bought these at Big Lots. I think it was last year or the year before. And so this is the way that they came. I had silver, the gold, and I think burgundy. And so this one, I took it apart, opened it, and then put velvet inside the little one side of it, so it wasn't see-through. Okay, and so then I just put trim, again, little pieces that I have. This year I am using a lot of scraps instead of, because I don't have that many big pieces, so I have a lot of scraps, so I'm really, really trying to use them up. And you don't need a whole lot for all these. And I've always dyed big pieces, like 4 or 5 yards, and then use them. And so sometimes you just have like little pieces, so it works out perfect. And sometimes you put 2 pieces together. So I just put the trim around it, and then put some trim here. And then I did a pink one. Oops. And this one I didn't put anything in the middle. And this one I did the velvet. And then I just decorated that. So I don't know. I still have some more to make, but I don't know if I'm going to put the velvet or not. But I thought I gave it a good, nice look. And then, so that's those. Then I made some crosses that I had bought at Dollar Tree. And they were the 3-dimensional. I know you probably have seen them. And they kind of go like this. They were at 2 pieces. So I took them apart. And then I got some paper, what is it called? The foil paper. And I traced it with this one. I traced it in pencil. And then I cut it, and then I put that to the back. And it fit right in here because this was the same size. That fit right there. So then I cut another piece for this one, and I glued it on there, and then I put glitter. This one I didn't, but yeah, this one I covered with glitter to make sure that it stayed. Okay, and I'll probably do that with this one. And then what I do is I get a piece of ribbon. I got a red, and then I put my bling on top, and then put my greenery, and then I did my flowers, and then put my little signs. So these ones I put glitter on the gold glitter on the flowers. And this one I haven't. And then this one I had a little angel on an applique that it came off of something, and so I just put that on this one. So I did the green, the red, the gold, and I turquoise, and then I did a pink. I thought the pink came out really pretty, and I did the pink on the gold, and then I did the pink and the silver. And so I did that, and I did a big green. So here's the bigger green. And I just kind of did sayings on my computer and put those on there. So I made them last year and they were pretty popular. So I didn't, no, last year I don't think I put the color in there. I just kind of decorated it. But I thought this year I wanted the color to kind of come out. So that's what I did on these. So these are my kind of new. And then I did these birdhouses that I had seen. And this lady, it's called, let's see if I can find it. Let's see if I find her. Happy Bird Glitter something. I had it and I lost it. But she's on YouTube and she did these. She did hers a little different. Let me see if I find her real quick to show you, because hers came out really pretty, and I thought it was a great idea, and I needed a lot of little ornaments. Hers were a little different. On the top, she had like a little, the corners that kind of went over this. And, okay, so here's her. It's called Happy Bird Glitter Nest. And she does some beautiful work. So her little, these were corner caps that she did. And then she put some little bling on the side. And she put like a little perch here. So I had these from years ago when I used to buy charms. And so I did these out of a tag. And I think hers were popsicle sticks. And she does a tutorial on it. So if you can watch her, she does a really good job. And so mine were tags. I cut out of cardboard, thin cardboard and poster board. And then I layered like 6. And then I put a black circle, and then I bought the little birds from Hobby Lobby. I did add some greenery to it. And then this one, it was a bigger tag, same thing. And then I did the holly like she did, but I put this, it fit perfectly on that. And I had like 20 of them, so I'm gonna try and make a bunch. And then I had these little berries, those little glitter ones that I get from Hobby Lobby, and I think Dollar Tree has them too. And so then I just got the bird and put that on, glued that on there. So I like these because they're tiny, and I do need a lot of small ornaments. So thank you so much for posting that. This is a good idea. I hope you don't mind that I copied that. And then a lady that has a channel, it is Tea Time and Dolls. I think her name is Isabel, and she does some really pretty stuff. I think out of digitals. And so she gave me an idea of hers are big and like books and boxes and stuff. So I wanted to make like a little ornament. And let me see if I find my other one. I made 2, and that's all I've made so far. But I'm really happy with it, and I want to do like Santa's workshop or a toy store, different things. But my house is, I opened the little window and stuff and then put a hole with the light. I'm not going to do that. I wanted to do something a little different. So what I did was I made a box, and then I just had some real pretty paper, and you know me, I glitter everything, so you can't really tell. But I kind of curved it and then glued it down, and then put lace on the windows. And then I put trim and some little flowers. And then I just did a little sign that says open. I did go to type up some little signs, so I just haven't worked on them. And so I put a little bow. And then my door, where I put a little lace and then glitter. And then I made a little base for it and put lace. So this is where you can use a lot of scrap pieces. And I just cut this out of a die cut and then stuck this right here at the end. And so it's a small piece, and then I put my little awning. So it's pretty easy to put together. And then this one is a little treat box. So I want to make a big one, but big treat box maybe, but I thought this was a good size. This was my first one, and then I made this, and I wanted to make it into an ornament. And that way I can have a lot of different little storefronts. That's what I want. to make instead of houses. But I will make my houses and then these. But I thought this is a good addition to my tree. And I think one of my little blings fell off. But it's a good way to use up trim. And that's exactly what I'm trying to do. And I have all these dies from the Tim Holtz and all my other little houses that I have. And so I think this was a Spellbinders. And then I have the Build a House. I've got all kinds of dies. So I thought I might as well use them. And so these were really cute. And then just glitter. And I think I had a little punch with the flower. So I did that. And then some leaves. And so let's see, I have to work on these. I haven't worked on them, and I might not be able to work on them this year, maybe next year, but I'll take these and see how they do. So thank you all for watching, and I hope you all have a good weekend. And thank you, Jill, for this collaboration. It's been fun. And if you would like to hit the like and subscribe button if you haven't already, and share my video if you would like, and leave me a comment. I like to hear from you. So thank you so much for watching. Bye-bye.